Welcome back to Power Panel 365. This is your host, Stark Coates, and I'm going to talk about a topic that focuses on some of the shootings that have been going on and even some of the deaths that have been happening lately. And I wanted to speak about the Walmart shootings and how young some of these people are, and how some of these people, when they get caught, they claim in some sort of insanity or something like that, or they have some sort of mental, something going on, mental state. And it's just crazy how young they are. I even covered a story on a little girl who died recently in St. Louis by the name of Journey, and she was only 6 years old, and she was outside eating a pizza. That's what it stated in the article. Someone brought that to my attention, and so I just looked into it, and I had an interesting thing that I learned about their city, how these people can just open carry, and they don't need a permit or anything like that. And it made it worse on the investigators, the police, because when they were trying to figure out, well, how are they going to catch this little girl's killer or her murderer, it made it very difficult for them, because anybody could open carry, so they would have to be stopping people like all day long. Anybody that just showed up with a gun, anybody. So they put out $100,000 reward for anybody that came forward, with whom killed this little girl. And she was shot by a school. So, people, they were, sometimes they'll say, okay, well, where were the parents at, and this and that and that and this. And it's like, some of the responsibility things that should be happening, sometimes they're just not. Now, this not to say that the little girl wasn't being watched properly, or somebody was with her, but she is a victim, of a stray bullet, because she died at 6. I guess she was 6 years old, so she couldn't have possibly had very many enemies at her age. It's not like it's a playground thing. These are older people that get a hold of these weapons. And not to say that having a gun isn't good for your protection, but if you're using it in the wrong way, then yes, of course, that's when it's dangerous, when you're using it to cause bodily harm to somebody. Now, living in her city, a lot of people don't have a way out. They're just confined to where they are, so they're very used to the way that things are for them, the way things are set up. And a lot of times they can't afford to move, so they just stay where they are. And it's not just, her family. That's happening all over Black communities all over the world. A lot of times people, they get comfortable, or they don't have enough money to leave, so they just, stay where they are. And I think that sometimes we have to take a deeper look into what is happening, where these people are at. Now, some of the shootings that have been going on in the stores like Walmart, um, these people are angry, because they're hearing things that make them feel like it's okay for them to just go out and kill somebody. Then we have to ask, um, whom is responsible for these behaviors, because these people aren't just doing this, just because they feel like it. If it's something that they're hearing that's making them feel like it's okay for them to just go out and do this kind of thing. And on top of that, they feel like they can get away with it. Now, there's been a number of reasonings why they're doing it. A lot of people say that it's um, the president's fault and the things that he's displaying to them that are making them think that they can just go out and do that kind of thing and they'll get away with it. Which I can't say that it's not something that I don't see as well. I mean, with some of the things that he has gotten on TV and said, it would make a person think, okay, this is why this is happening, and I felt bad for the people, especially the Hispanic people that have come to this country, and they thought that they were gonna get a better chance or better opportunity at a lot of things, and now this sort of thing is happening. They're being targeted in a certain kind of way. I think that it's just terrible. It really is terrible what's happening, and all these people that are caught up in the crossfire of politics and publicity and things like that, or something just to make a quick buck off of. And it's really sad to see some of the things that are happening, especially people dying at the rate that they're dying. And you can go and check out some of the stories that I've talked about or that I've covered on Power Panel 365, my Facebook page. And like, share, subscribe, tell me what you think. Thank you for tuning in to Power Panel 365.